Well, what we've seen here is being described as the biggest anti-terror raid ever in Australian history. Around 800 police involved in New South Wales, Australia's biggest city, Sydney, and also in Brisbane in Queensland. We've been told by police that 15 people have been detained, some of those resisting arrest. One man has been charged and will appear in court. The allegation here that these people were planning a terrorist attack, being described as a random attack against a member of the public to be carried out on the streets of Sydney. Now, all of this comes as the terror warning in Australia has been increased from medium, which would have been a possible attack, to high, which is a likely attack. Now, new counter-terrorism laws have been announced as well, and there's been increased funding to try to deal with the threat of terrorism here in Australia. Prime Minister Tony Abbott is particularly concerned with the number of Australians, the scores of Australians who have gone to Iraq and Syria to join the fight with Islamic State. He says they pose a risk if they come back to Australia and try to carry out an attack here. And then there are those in Australia who want to go and join that fight and are now being stopped. That increases the level of frustration as well in Australia, and the possibility of what they describe as a lone wolf attack. This is someone inspired by a group like Al-Qaeda or Islamic State and wants to carry out a random attack here in Australia in the name of those groups. Now, Australia has committed itself to the fight against Islamic State. It has joined the coalition with the United States. It is sending troops. It is also sending fighter jets as well to be involved in that struggle. The paradox of that is that the more you take the fight to a group like Islamic State, the more the terror risk increases here as those who want to align themselves with those groups seek their own vengeance.